what did you plot with your ERPs? Which conditions? Yeah, they're right there, right? So what do we want to use a topography map to see? No, we want to see the difference between them. That's why we did bin operations, so that we can subtract the bins. Okay. So we need to find a bin that's the subtraction of those two. How do you find that? Well, you go to browse. Browse down here. Find the one that we want. That's subtraction. I happen to know it's 228. Just hits minus correct reactions. The first thing you need to do is answer his question, which is what bin do you want to plot? Great. What time do you want to plot it in? What time do you want to see your window brain activity? What's your hypothesis? F400. Okay, so what time is that? Until what? So you want to plot from 4 to 500? Here's your answer. Type 400 space 500. Great. Now, what's the value that you want to plot on the top right? You want to plot that instantaneous amplitude? Probably not, because you have two amplitudes here, right? Or two time points in the window. So you're going to split average amplitude or mean between those two latencies. Just like that. I like to add this little box here to display the color of the bar. Now, so options. Let's say show me the bin description. That doesn't apply. Okay. There you go. And what it did is it shows you your bin description. You say, this is our number. This is our conditions showing the subtraction against minus correct rejections. Here's this one. It shows us your value. Not nifty. There you go. Try to do it 3D. How's it going, love? Is it working? You doing?
Just stayed there when they just did the bridge, that part.
Okay. Well, did you download? Are you grabbing the downloaded data from the screen then up there? You're doing that?
Yeah, I did that.
Does it work? So right click on those.
Well, yeah, I did that.
Did it work? Angle. Yes, victory. Perfect.
You didn't check, did you check?
I'm checking it right now. I don't know all that.
Yeah, it's okay for you guys. Is this a helpful exercise? Help you guys get
Yeah. That's what I was
That's not fun part for me.
Yeah, I can't.
X out of it.
You have 1, 3, 2.
Yeah, I don't even have the step.
Yeah, you just
I don't even have 3. 14.
Yeah, so when is it? How many?
That was the download today, right?
Yeah.
now you gotta tell what was the instrument you want to have subtraction and so projection, right?
It's
Scroll down. Scroll down, grab that bar, bring it down.
Wait.
This is what we talked about. Whatever time it is what you need to know. So this makes it now, it's 500 acres. Now, James is asking for values. We actually have two values there. So the average set that option down. That box there.
Back to the downward.
And he's gonna ask you to,
Maybe you just went in all this now.
Everybody doing good? Anybody need me right now? Okay. Tell me how that works. Great. Yep. Thank First part of the okay. What you need, Lovis? You've had everything. Perfectly fine.
Do we go based on what numbers we have? Like she has 10, she and her partner will do 10, I have 11 through 20. So do we do look at 11 through 20?
We might do it that way. You're not just going to have 10 subjects. You're going to have 30. Huh? You're going to pick 30 because you're going to use 20 as somebody else's schedule. Yeah. It's just, it's a way, I mean, you want to go collect 20 more people. But I figured I'd do it.
So this is where Wednesday everyone's bringing their stuff to work, right?
Yeah, that should have been today. But yeah, I think it should be done by today.
So what about the ones that we were
Great. Yeah, we could, but right now we have answer more in front of us. So,
okay, first time let's do that.
yeah, we got probably add more for you right now.
No. So I'm gonna email like Saturday about Wednesday. We'll be there already, probably.
I will be if you have any scheduled.
Okay.
Yeah, I got other stuff to do, but I don't have stuff scheduled. I'm off on Monday.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just email that to you.
Perfect.
It's just consistency and stuff like that. They do art understanding. It's been a part of my timing. Because I'm thinking working in
Yeah.
we're still in the beginning part. So I just never had an option to treat that shit.
It's okay. That's what I'm here for. We'll work through it. depends on the hypothesis. I mean, if you're trying to prove that water's wet, yeah, you can't do that.
Well, yeah, but,
I mean,
well, cause like, it's like, encoding, and then come to find out, it's like, black water.
there's a lot of coding, but that doesn't mean we know everything
Okay,
about coding.
so it's fine, but because you see, everything going through like, well, cause like, it was almost like, okay, well, kind of like, get more creative or something, you know?
Well, yeah, what you can't take a paper and just say, I'm gonna replicate, just do, I mean, you can't just steal someone else's
Right, yeah.
hypothesis, but, I mean, the only people that have done this study is me.
Okay,
Those are my papers.
okay.
So, like, you can take somebody else's thing and say, other people looked at, correct source judgments versus times when they were unsure about the source judgment. And they had hypotheses about that, but they didn't do ERPs about that. They only looked at that behaviorally, or they only looked at ERPs and they didn't look at behavior. We have both. So now you have a new hypothesis. You can base it completely based on what they did, but you're doing something novel and original. That's okay. That's perfectly good.
Are all of these normal people?
Some are not, but I'm not going to tell you which are.
Can we tell if we just look at it?
That might be it.
A challenge?
No, that might be a sign of later.
But then what if we? And how many people were kind of on the deep end?
There's no deep end.
I mean,
We have people who had neuropathology.
Yeah.
Campus.
yeah.
That was all.
Okay, based on your study, with no three subjects that you have that you use for your research?
They're interesting.
They might or they might not. I don't know. It sounds like you guys can demo.
Now it's coming around us.
Don't worry about those details yet.
Okay. I'm not. I'm just.
You guys have a full plate right now. Yes.
I'm just responsible in terms of providing a path.
Just as we did last night, so we get that. Browse.
They're done.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like they would be my first on my list because you don't want to lose those. So they'd be subject 3.
Wait, no.
All of them? Or just the one you don't have?
At the end of that safety.
No, it's in the okay, so back to this.
There you go. Maximize it, play around. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
That's my favorite part. I think it's the most fun. I think it's the coolest part of the whole thing. Yeah.
My data. Just choose that. Feels awesome.
Oh,
wait, no,
it's only
yeah,
one
yeah.
person.
And then again, we also.
This is the part where we just select a bit.
Yeah, I saw hands up back there. Well, that's what the thing is.
Animus.
So, this one is.
Yeah, because that's everyone kept. Oh, wait, well, it was just $30.
Maybe not there. That would be. That would be.
Yeah, it's not about the car. It was just getting that practice collecting. Oh, like the actual behavioral.
So it doesn't give us a lot of tools to associate, but practice it says, yeah, so it's based on one sample size. Two, what you're allowed to do. There you go. Making yes. That's in some conditions.
After this, like the things that are instruction, that's good.
Something else, source correct. So I don't say anything about top of that reference.
My sister.
What was the
Off screen.
Was it 82 to 139?
I think so. So let's look at it.
Where'd it go?
Change your
Let's see what happened.
And when she happened, he just went, but I'm not going to be on first. Oh, it didn't work.
It worked?
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's like one of those, like, I never watched Spinal. It's a good Spinal. It's really funny.
what, year grade. But I did bin 139. I don't know what bin 139. Yeah, but I don't know what bin 139. It just shows my This is bin, that's bin 82 and that's bin 130. Oh, that's what it is? Oh, I have to fix that. Yeah. Oh, that's but that's a comparison, eh?
She's trying to kind of
Wait.
like 80 to do the same thing, but in the end, he turns around and said, I think she won.
Old porn, meaning it's old, they're proving that it's old. Right. Is what's confident and it's confident.
She likes Shakespeare.
Read items.
But then when directing and discussing about it, like, when actually doing it,
Oh, so, are you sure?
this is a very small set, right? So it's supposed to be one fairly fit like one person, right? And my sister,
That's 139.
my sister is gay.
So it is for the one. And it Let me finish watching the kids in 2005.
And I watched it. She had one. She's like, I'm not.
Yeah, do like
Go in, my free hour thing at Starbucks. Like, to her telephone. Yeah, it's not really mad. On the patio. And I was talking about it. And he was like, so she's like, tell me what you're doing. She goes, I was like, it's interesting, but yet boring. It's interesting when you talk about it. Not as interesting when you do it.
So can you do Hey, so when we map the map, then can we do multiple options? Oh, or we just type it in there.
I'm now speaking.
So this is what is making it too hard.
It depends on how you're doing it. But yeah, I mean, those are two different bins, 82 and 39. But you only put it in at time 0.
Oh. Time point 0. What do you mean? Oh.
This attribution to misattributed wrong source. Good question. I have.
They were just like, cool.
That's what we do. That's how we type.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I was like, oh,
I'm like, the first my sister has her
You know, I'm like makeup
and
artist.
she's on her makeup.
Okay, it seems like everyone's been pretty successful in navigating their way through. It's kind of where we were towards the end of last class, and now it's nice to see that people have some comfortability. Hopefully everybody wrote down the steps that you took to achieve that and worked through point by point of what you click through, which field, which option. We've got to troubleshoot some stuff, which helped us learn exactly what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. This is part of science. This is why I think this is actually a really good class, is because it's so different, because most of the time you have your labs prepped for you, and you just do it and everything works. That's not how science works. In fact, science, I can't think of a time science has ever worked like that with me for 15 years. Talk to a real scientist, that's what they'll tell you. We get to learn the important parts about how to troubleshoot, how to think critically about what might be wrong, and and what needs to go right, and then critically bridge that gap and figure out how do we get from what's screwing up into how we need to make it to be working right. And so hopefully we've all had a chance to work through some of those learning experiences and figuring out how do we solve those problems. It sounds like everybody's been able to get ERPs plotted for a single subject. They've got 2-dimensional scout maps plotted for a single subject, and we've got 3-dimensional scout maps plotted for a single subject, and we can rotate around and see all the really cool things about it, which I think is really awesome. It's my favorite part of the data process. I think it's the coolest image, the coolest thing to rotate through a brain and look at the different brain activity, different kinds. I really like it. I hope you guys do too. So that's really encouraging. Now it sounds like everybody else is also able to download that bigger file folder, right? And you were able to extract those files that were downloaded as a zip folder and extract them into your data folder. Is that correct? Was anybody not able to do that? So now in your Psych 433X folder, you should have in the subfolder for data, now a folder that also says data sets. Does anyone not have that? Awesome. That's exciting too. I told you that'd go easy, right? Cool. So, now that we have that, you have probably 40 or 50 subjects worth of data with EEG during your exact experimental paradigm. So we have, 20 minutes or so left in class. You can start walking through that data, and what we'll do is we'll use the stuff we just did the last couple classes, that folder of our subjects 37, subject 38, subject 39, we'll just consider that practice. Those are our tryouts. We have to play around in the data, they're samples. We'll work in the data sets folder now. You can save your new versions of the data in there. And you can go through that process that you just did and start going through that for a group of and you can do this at home as homework and everything, for a group of 30 out of that 50 or so. So everybody will pick different subjects, because everybody has different favorite numbers, whatever, and you create a group of 30 or so, and you can walk through that process of going through and rejecting their artifacts, clean up the data, process every single subject, and then when we meet next class, or if not the class afterwards, I'll show you how to make a group folder, or a group file, which is what I was just talking about with George, which is what we'll actually report our findings on, is we want to report the findings of a group effect. So that's kind of where all the magic happens. So that'll be our next big step. We'll be working through those individual subjects. Now we'll have time to do that dedicated in class, where I can walk around and work with you guys through errors or problems or goof-ups. You can start doing that now, but you can also get a head jump and practice and go through it at home and practice these steps. It'll help you sort through your procedures and the methods that you're writing, and it'll help you get acquainted in case you happen to get tested or quizzed on the steps in the processing pipeline. It's a good way to practice at home. You should know what your steps are. You should know what you're doing to the data in order to get your results. It'll help you build and hardwire a lot of knowledge into here procedurally. And so that's the next big thing. So you guys have a lot on your plate this week. Homework, practicing through processing these new subjects. One, right? So you're gonna process our new data sets, right? You're gonna artifact reject, etc. Right? What else we got to do? You have the option to do a method section draft, right? What else? You have an assignment as well on the syllabus, right? Reading! Yeah! We forget about that pesky sucker sometimes, don't we? Right? Reading. I'm going to put textbook, right? Or / the syllabus sections. plural textbooks, because we also have the APA one that'll help you do your methods. And then we have Luxbook, which will help you do your data sets. Okay? Now what else do we have? Number 4.
Relaxing and not stressing.
Relaxing and not stressing. Absolutely. I'm not going to say relax, but I'm going to say don't stress. Okay. How about don't panic? Is that better? Okay. Don't panic.
You got this.
You got this. Heck yeah. Okay, what else might we have?
You gotta go to work.
Yeah, work. Okay. Work.
I don't know if that has that to do with this
I'm taking
class.
that.
Also nap. Napping is very important. Napping is actually essential to number 4.
Which is therefore essential for everyone.
Yes. Napping. I'm a big fan of that. Seriously, naps are great. They're very helpful. Do a short low power nap. They help you not to panic. They help you to de-stress.
I'm gonna say I
Don't
can't.
stress.
Power nap turns into I slept for 8 hours.
Alarm clock.
They
And
people who haven't done their finished their data collection.
we have to finish our data collection. That pesky thing too, right? That little 3-week project? Data collection.
So they can have
And when we do that, we're going to upload several things, right? We're going to upload the data, and we also have our paperwork.
an Excel.
What? Well, you can do the Excel file too if you want, yeah. So we got a pretty full plate. Probably the most important of which is number 4, not to panic. Also together with working in naps. Seriously, if you take a power nap when you need it, as long as you don't panic, you got this. Take rests, take breaks, manageable segments. It'll all work out just fine. Keep a good plan. Stay structured to the plan. You work out just fine. Hopefully, data collection is just about done. Everybody told me you're just about done. You've had 3 weeks of collecting a handful of people. Hopefully, reading has been something you've been on for, a while. You also have your literature to keep reading, right? So you have your background for the introduction, literatures and things like that. The methods you've known about for a week or so, if not since the first day of class to write, since we turned in the introductions on Wednesday. And this is the new thing. And we'll work on this over the next couple weeks, right?
With 30.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to process 30 people in, tomorrow or something. Like, it's gonna take a long time. That's what we're here. We're gonna work on that together. That's part of the laboratory component of this class. So now you guys have the skills, the content, the competency, and the knowledge to be able to start doing this, both together with us, but also independently, start to get your legs underneath you for it. And, this will happen over a longer period of time. Does that sound like a pretty good game plan? Okay. I promised you guys it would start to come together a little bit, right? We got through some of those bumpy roads earlier in the class. A little bit of patience, a little bit of refusing to panic. No giving in to fear, right? Everything's starting to even out. Computer systems are working, data's working, you're getting some cool 3D maps, brain activity. George just got a picture for the first time he's ever seen into the unconscious mind. Okay? Unconscious brain activity. Yeah, I bet you've never seen that you discovered on your computer screen before 10 minutes ago. And it's pretty wild. Yeah. So it is working, even though it might not seem like it at first. These are normal bumps in the road, and we're working through it perfectly. Okay? So that's most of what I had for you guys today. We'll get out a little bit early, and I'll be here to answer questions or hang out or whatever. Don't forget this stuff. There's a lot of stuff to remember. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of this and put it up there too. Okay? Maybe it'll help stay on target. So thank you guys. I appreciate your patience. And have some fun. Play around with the data at home. Check it out.
We like met,
You can re-download.
That's what I mean, if we can just,
Yeah.
if we like mess up, we can go back and kind of do it.
Yeah.
You're still having the one
Thank you very
What?
before you went into the bottom.
Oh, I was talking about this. I'm like, what?
You got that.
Wait, did I send you that?
Yeah, try out that scripted.
Okay, I'm on.
I almost thought there was a dollar back in the bag.
What's that?
I thought there was a dollar at the bottom of my bag, and I was supposed to be happy this time.
That's the worst,
It's like the opposite of when you find money in your pocket you forgot about.
Yeah.
No, I once saw somebody who said that one thing they like to do to people who look like they're having a bad day, they basically reverse pickpocket the person by putting a dollar in their pocket when they like don't notice it. That's where
pretty awesome.
That's where I learned pickpocketing, just so I could do that. If I had a dollar, I don't have a dollar.
Yeah, I just sent it.
Everything working out okay?
Yeah, that.
Trying to sit down. Didn't get posted?
Oh, you can read it. So
I
you
didn't
go
check it.
ERP,
My heart.
dot
Huh?
Second, 5:38, welcome to Club Thursday.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I was like, something's not right.
I will hand them back. I think I forgot to grade one question on here, so I just gotta grade it. They'll be up by the end.
Now I got mine.
Yes.
So, I was interested in the speed of computer repair company. And, it's, really good music.
Let's say we do all
So I was wondering if I could, like, learn more experience and, then, like, play music at the same time as possible. And then see in the comparison.
we go here and look at it.
Yes, you're gonna have to run the subject.
I will have to.
Yeah.
No. But what are your hypotheses?
That it would,
No, based on what we talked about today, what are your hypotheses? What are your conditions of interest? What are your conditions, what's the effect that you're looking for? How is it gonna be defined by which conditions that you expect to differ? Like you're going to measure. When do you expect them to differ? Where do you expect them to differ?
I'm gonna work on it. I'm not ready yet.
But yeah, you should know that before you sit there say, well, off in the years. Know where you're going to go. So you can't do it with the other.
Oh.
Right? You can't before you go.
What did he write?
But you can do paper. So your hypotheses are going to be about behavior. They're going to be about reaction time and action. So you're going to have to think about conditions you hypothesize are going to differ in the speed of reactions or in the accuracy of the responses. That's where your hypothesis is. Yeah. So, which I mean, I got to use that for all the ones.
Sounds good.
But you should know,
Yep.
you should know what you're trying to find. So you think it's cognition. Great, what's your measure of cognition?
Well, it's basically, they remember something.
Okay, so how do you know what's your measurement of
More hits.
okay, so your hypothesis is that those who listen to music will have more hits than those who don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're gonna have to do is change it slightly, it's not just hits, you're gonna have to measure
Oh,
performance is
it all goes up.
it takes
Oh.
the proportion of hits minus the proportion of false alarms. Because if you just do hits, it's possible that people who listen to music just press the hit button. Hit
Oh,
constantly.
so what are you asking me?
Just need to have bias and always say
What are you asking me?
what it's doing. It just keeps saying.
I was just asking you that.
No, it
Like,
doesn't.
oh, how did you get it to 3D?
That's what false alarms are, they pull that check. So
And
you
then
have a ton of false alarms. New items also receive 5 judgment.
That just tells you
That should be
the personal
the whole
state.
thing. is-
Just showing you that the people in that group who got music, maybe they were listening to Jay-Z, and so they're just giving, saying F you in response. Because they hear that a lot, Jay-Z's right? So, the only way to know that is to compare the proportion of how often it is versus how often it is in false alarms. There are a lot of hits, a little bit of false alarms. That means that they're using 5 key, and they used to reflect memory, not to say you, or that might be expressed on but you want to see this, not like that. You want a little bit of false alarms, lots of things. That would be your measurement. That would be your analysis.
You could also say like,
Okay, I'm gonna do this one.
that could be the alternative.
Well, yeah. So your real hypothesis, right, is that, I mean, you have to agree with it. Divide the
Well,
delta
the
effect.
effect is over an extended
Yeah. Exactly. So you're right, maybe the first time it might be distracting. So, but in that's what we can do this. Right, you're not testing. So
what would be the message?
So your hypothesis is that, you know, so you're gonna have, a group of music,
There's no way.
your hypothesis is just that they do not, or that they do, that they're not equal, they're not the same, right? So, you don't know if it's like this versus this, or if it's like this versus that.
Oh.
You don't know that, right? You could make that hypothesis, but like you just said, well, I don't know, actually, it works. So what that means is that you just need to use a two-tailed t-test when you analyze it. Because it's possible that the effect could go both ways. If there was no reason to think, if there was all the reasons to think that it would only be in one direction, you could away the one that would have done test.
I would use 2000.
Yeah, typically yes, because that's the. But there are times if you have good reason to think so.
It's kind of
Like you just said,
Yeah.
no, so that all that means is your hypothesis is simply that they differ. You're staying agnostic as to what direction they differ.
But I have to decide. My hypothesis.
I mean, look, this is an exploratory study.
Look,
I like to be more conservative that way. I like that.
Yeah, no, that's the most, like you could decide, I mean, you could make a more specific hypothesis, but that more specific hypothesis should be based on what you discovered in the literature. If what you're saying is that they don't like to test this in a different way usually, so now you're saying that people don't like different test this way, so there's no real basis or justification for us to pick one way or the other.
We're gonna see what happens.
your
And then after the experiments and then compare. Okay. So I just found this one. I've been thinking about like various hypotheses, and this one really speaks to me, so I can
Do it. Yeah, I mean, it's on you to collect all that data. That's a big job.
how many would you